I got to lean in.
Oh,
hello, because who else?
the hell?
Who else?
What did you just do to get to sabotage the screen, Jasmine?
Now
Just-
I'm
I'm
the
the
second
only
half of
one.
the season. I
Hey,
am
we
in
don't
my
see you, Danny. Danny,
villain
you have
era.
fade black, all the way black.
Let me try refreshing because my camera is on.
It's giving
We
low,
need to
but
come back.
We'll just come back and we're gonna figure it out. But hello, everybody. Welcome to the very first Potomac Lean of 2024. I'm starting the year off bald because last year I had a lot of hair, so I said let me start. Jan, you got something?
oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to look down like that.
Okay,
I'm
there's
sorry.
Danny.
I
Danny
started-
is black, but he's not that black.
Sounds like an ism. Let's take it.
I'm just talking. But how y'all doing today, Danny and Jazz? Welcome to 2024. Everybody, happy New Year. We didn't say it already. How y'all doing, Jazz? How you doing?
Honey, I feel black. I feel womanly. I'm in my villain era this half of the season, so
No more congenial.
congenial's out the window. So at the end of the day, I am back. I hope everyone can. I ate a little bit, but I also drank a little bit. So let's just see how it goes.
Okay. Well, we hope that it's at least respectful.
For the most part. Oh my God.
Okay. How are you?
After that, I'm just gonna say I'm okay.
Weird. Well, I'm lovely. It is it's Monday. This episode, I'm not gonna lie, I see some comments in the chat. First of all, hey to everybody, Dream, Sean, Amanda K, my son Derek is here, Yanni. Welcome to a live too, Yanni's. Lives are always more fun to me because you get to interact with us, but the replays are just as fun too. I mean, for those that watch them. But this episode was kind of a snooze, it had. Yes, I definitely did think so. And I watched it twice. So that means I had to sit through it twice, unfortunately.
So if you rated on between 1 and 10, what would you guys rate it?
2, honestly.
Amanda said 5, and I thought she was generous.
I would say about a 5. I said 5.
I'm about a 3.5, 4.
6.4.
Okay, so
Okay,
so that's if it's not a 7, it's not even like
Okay.
passing.
Well, I gave what I could.
Sean said I constantly have to subscribe to this channel. I subscribe 3 times in one day. Why is that? Sean,
Hey, Sean, we don't know work for YouTube. Okay, we don't know.
I don't know, Sean. Let me know. I don't know why it's doing that, but you shouldn't have to subscribe more than once. Because it ain't giving us any more subscribers. So I don't know why it would make you do it 3 times. I don't know. I mean, that's weird, but I wish it did. But nonetheless, make sure I hit that like video, subscribe to the channel. Antonio and Asia cannot be here tonight. They're still part of the panel. They'll be here, of course, through rotation. Married to Medicine's back tomorrow. That also was a snooze, in my opinion.
Quandon and
It was. I don't know.
I haven't watched it yet.
yeah,
you
I'm
got
gonna say this.
I'm gonna watch it
Yeah.
tonight.
Like they were setting the stage, but what I will say is after a 2-week break, we didn't need a filler episode. We needed a.
You're right.
Yeah, like I would have, they could have. These trips could have ended before we left from the break.
Yes,
Yes.
because they've been in Austin for 9 years.
I didn't know. I didn't know we were still in Austin. I'm like, why are we still here?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
why?
they did longer than I've been here, and I live here. So I don't know what's going on.
It's crazy. Okay, well, listen, let's get into the episode. And of course, right now, y'all know we live on YouTube, we're live on Twitter, Facebook, we're also on Instagram now. So if you're watching us from Instagram, let us know in the comments. If you can't get us over here on YouTube, you can always go to our Instagram page, the lean.official. And you can find us, watch the shows there too. So yeah, right, we on the phone. See, we on the phone. Like Jamal. All right, so so at the beginning of this episode, we see a couple things going on. Giselle and Ashley are setting up for this event, this painting event they're gonna have in Ashley's room, her suite. So they're setting up. They were debating if it's gonna be painting painting Karen's vagina or painting Karen. I'm glad it was actually Karen and not her vagina. I just don't really care to see what that looks like. I love Karen. This is not something I just want to see. And so then we find out that Wendy's mom is having surgery actually in the moment. She, I mean, it's the first time we heard about it. I think she didn't say anything else about it, right?
It's the first time we've seen a lot of things from Wendy this season, but we'll talk back about that later.
Okay, listen. That's fine. And then Mia, of course, the group is divided. So we always see scenes with Karen, Candace, and Wendy, and then it's the other girls because that's really the other five are kind of together, right? Always together, of course. So Mia fills the girls in on how Wendy was talking about the whole Shriner deal, and she talks about how Wendy said it really it's not a negative thing if it was really something that her mom was doing, speaking to what the shrine means and things like that. And NECA was like, oh, that's a coincidence. So now it's something positive. And so NECA makes this, she basically implies that, that there's more that she can talk about, but she's like not giving that out. Right. So she talks about that. Robin talks about Candace and Candace's statement as far as her causing pain to her family, just kind of making fun to that. Anything on these little comments or these little scenes that happened at the beginning, Jazz or Danny?
I want to say that Wendy has literally said that the through what is it, Catholic Catholicism, whatever, however you say it. I don't know how to say it. But at the end of the day, they have Sean. She said no. And the fact that Mia and her big feet stump over there and say the opposite, it's just constantly I just feel like if you're going to, I know that with the game of telephone, it happens, things get said and whatever. But it's just, NECA is so thirsty. Like, give her some Dasani. I am so sick of her. Seriously. That's what I like. Yeah, I have a little bit too, brothers.
Oh, I hate that. I hate the Dasani water, but
it tastes like water that you put in a water gun. You ever taste
Dasani?
In a hole? Yeah.
Wait, the Dasani tastes like that?
It tastes like more minerals in Dasani. I feel like
it's salty. But I
thought the chicken was lovely. I think it's delicious.
I thought the chicken was good too.
Yeah, I agree with you. Mia went, and I don't even feel like it was a game of playing telephone and got the message wrong. I feel like Mia purposely said it wrong, in my opinion. Mia knows what she's doing. She could be dumb, but she's not as dumb as... She's dumb in stuff that actually, like, book smarts, but she knew what she was doing here.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah.
I agree, Jasmine.
Slow as molasses, though.
Mia, now I have applauded Mia throughout this season because I have enjoyed her in some moments. One thing I can't really get with her with this season is her blind loyalty to these other girls, to Giselle, Robin. Like it's always been there, but this season it's like overkill, and I'm kind of like, girl, like you can tell she's having so much more fun with the other ladies, but for some reason, and I'm talking about like even Candace and Wendy, like I feel like she is so much more fit to be with that group of women, but she wants I don't know why she longs for this friendship after they told her that they said that she don't look like what Cancer looks like.
But NECA too, because NECA act, and the way she's been talking about stuff this episode, NECA act like she was here for every season. That's how you know she was a fan of the show, because she was present for every argument before.
Right.
NECA has not made one impact. Now, and we are halfway through the season. They could have brought her in at episode 11 when the season was almost over, because she's not brought anything. And we've seen many new housewives, but I'm not gonna lie, she's probably one of the floppiest that I've seen in the last few years. Nothing about her.
I usually want them to get 2 seasons, but I'm fine with 1 for her.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, Nick and never mind. I'm gonna keep it to the end. I'm gonna work my way up to what I want to say about Loose Nick. So
I'm a co-sign whatever you say, Jasmine. Just know.
Well,
okay. So then they do the paint activity, and everybody kind of just shows their caring. Wendy did hers with a crown, and she put the little 2 hairs in the mold. Thought that was funny. NECA, I don't know what NECA drew, Chad. No, not even saying because I don't like NECA, but I don't know what she drew. Why was she such a darker woman? I didn't understand that. Nothing wrong with being a dark woman, but Karen is like clear as light as day. I didn't understand that. Candace did a royalty on, to purple. So it's a purple woman, I guess. Giselle drew like the glasses, the boobs, the middle part. Mia did reference to Surrey County. And Robin did a blue check with
that was funny though. Now
Price. And I was just like, y'all thought it was funny? I didn't.
I thought it was funny. I think that's the funniest.
I thought she could have came harder. I'm not gonna lie. I thought she could have came harder because that's just too new. There's so much that I feel like if you beefing with somebody, you build up.
But that's
something.
just it. I don't think she was trying to beef with Karen there. I think she was trying to have a fun moment.
Yeah.
Well, no. I know. But I'm just saying, I think whatever she did would have been taken as fun. But I'm just saying, like they have had a beef, so I feel like she could have poked it so much more. I don't know. That's just me.
She could have drew her with a long nose, a big mole, hair coming out. She could have did a lot of things. But I feel like, with regards to how Robin looks with that leave out down in Texas, I feel like that's about what she can do.
And Robin's made me laugh the most, but my favorite was Wendy's with the hair coming out the mole. I thought that was.
Yeah, what was your favorite? I thought Giselle's was pretty nice too, but I did like Wendy's.
Nneka was the only bad one.
Yeah,
Nneka to me has
Kevin said she drew SpongeBob's mom, Mrs. Puff. No, or not SpongeBob's mom. She drew Mrs. Puff.
Yeah,
brilliant.
This was a nice, fun moment though. In the middle of all the drama, this was kind of nice to see. Even Giselle was playing nice here.
Nice.
I can't stand her.
They said in the comments, they said Nneka drew SpongeBob's mom.
Nneka drew herself. Let me stop. Jesus Christ.
It would make sense because it was given off foundation. So maybe I don't know.
It could be her.
I'm sure that's what she looks like without that wig. It looked like just like Quad, Miss Potato Head.
So Karen says thank you, and she gives even a special little shout out to Robin. And I love Karen, but I'm like, baby, Karen is a liar because she said that Robin is funny, creative, and says she likes her. And I don't think any of those things are true. I think she just, because we know that they get into it later. I don't think Robin is funny, creative, nothing of the sort. Likable. None of it, to be honest. But that's just what she said to close it out. Very nice moment. Karen is living. I mean, they're not really arguing this moment. So, these trips always happen around her birthday. So she's probably just glad for once that they are not having an issue. At least not yet anyway. So any other thoughts on these drawings here? No? Yeah. No. All right. So this is where things get interesting. This is actually the only biggest moment of the episode, but we'll talk, we'll drill into it, give us some time to talk on it. So they go to dinner, and I'm gonna say everybody looked good except Ashley. Ashley looked bad. Actually, I was just like, girl.
Wait a minute, hold on. This was before the drag show.
Yeah, this is when they showed the little video of them walking down. Looking like baddies. Everybody looked like baddies except for Ashley. Like
Ashley, the Five Below mess.
Nneka looked like an African Dora the Explorer.
I couldn't even see her as much in this moment, but when all I saw, my thing is they should have put Ash in the back, and then maybe want to see her. But I saw her, and she looked the fool standing next to Candace, Wendy, Karen, hell, even Giselle and Robin looked like they was going somewhere in the mailbox because that's where Ashley was going, or the Western mailbox.
She looks like something under. Never mind. Listen.
Just like Michael Donnery's wife.
She just looks so cheap. She looks like a dust ball. She looks like she smelled like mothballs. Like she just wore something
very rainbow.
Just very rainbow. It gives cheap and it gives cheap.
I like it. But I did like her new confessional look, the little shortcut. I did like that now. I ain't gonna lie.
Now you like that shortcut? She looked just like Sheila.
I love Sheila, so it's okay. I
like Sheila because of her personality.
Well, let's let Ashley put on the patch. We might like her too then.
Well, that might be real.
That might happen.
Now, when you're right.
So they go to dinner and they go into a drag show. Now Ashley makes this comment. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I missed something. But were drag queens under attack last year?
Yes.
Yes, in Tennessee. They had a bill to ban drag shows there. Everywhere, really.
Yeah.
But it was going on in Tennessee at the time.
It was definitely Tennessee.
Yeah.
Last year, around this time.
I missed this. I had other things going on around this time. I ain't gonna lie. So you know what?
Yeah.
I see why I missed it. I ain't gonna this time exactly last. So you know what? Whatever.
She said,
like under attack. What?
They were just like, like acting as though like drag queens were just going to middle schools and asking to read books and having
in the nude
with, it was just some ridiculous stuff. And then half of them are closeted. So it's
And
just
they was trying to unban the drag shows in clubs too.
right. Like
That's crazy. What would I do without my drag shows that I love to go
what would
to?
I do without my drag show?
Hello.
I love drag queen.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. That was thank you for letting me know because I didn't know. When she said that, I was like, she lying, but she wasn't lying. She was telling the truth. Sorry, y'all. So they Wendy makes a comment about Mia's butt, saying that it's bigger. She's like, yeah, it's bigger. But she says that she's been stressing a lot. She lost a little weight because of the whole attorney thing and all this the legal battle she's been going through with her and G. And so Ashley asks everyone how are they enjoying the trip, and no one says it's fun. Everybody just kind of tiptoes around the question. It's like saying, "Oh, it's interesting." Like, "Oh, this was cool." But one, it's probably not fun because of all the little drama. But two, I mean, they haven't done anything. They play with chicken's poop. They have laid by the pool, and they're going to a drag show. They probably should did that first. Maybe they should. I feel like on any trip, you want to come in with a bang and end with a bang, and they came in with chicken poop.
Yeah.
And so
every time she hosts a trip, it just seems so rustic and outdoorsy and just something that's not glamorous. Very much Ashley.
But to be fair, it's been on par with the beginning cast trip for the past few seasons. Miami was a mess. It's been
Miami was not that great, and it's crazy because Miami is Miami. It's crazy.
They've been having low budget trips in this cast. I don't know how long.
Very much.
Next year is gonna be in Surrey County at the end.
Oh, and that might be better than the Texas trip. So
it might be.
And then she can still wear that cactus thing that she wore.
And
she is
so after the answers, everyone kind of give their answer and response. Like I said, nobody says it's having a good time. Because I don't think Ash had a good time. She's been trying to be the best host she can be, but it's they spent more time in her suite than they have doing anything. I mean, that's probably the only time they've had like actual moments, which is in her suite. And so, she's just said, well, that she's not really involved. She's not really a part of it. But she turns to Candace and she's basically talking about how Candace was emotional the night before over Robin. And then she makes the bold statement of saying, how could you bash your friend on social media? And says that basically the remorse that she had in the car and the night before does not match how she was speaking and talking about Robin online. Candace looks at her and she just basically says, I'm not addressing this anymore with you. One, is nothing to do with you. Ashley loves to insert herself in many things. When the whole fight happened, you would think she was right there, but she really was in the bathroom. So this is not the first time, she's tried to insert herself in many things, especially as it relates to Candace. So once Candace said she's not addressing it, she said Ashley feels like she's being dismissed and she gets upset. It's like, well, the difference between me and you is that I said in front of the girls and you said online. I said to the group, we said online. And Candace is like, no, well, if you want to hear me talk about it, you can talk about it to my ass. And she's like, well, let me see that ass walk away. And I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of cackle just the way she said it. Let me see that ass walk away. I actually saved it as a nice meme. And so, I don't know if she was telling Candace to leave. I don't know what she was trying to do. I would have been like, girl, I've been kicked out of better. But anyway, Candace did leave, Wendy interjects and Wendy says, okay, listen, Robin, like to move away from this, since it's really about you and her and not her and her, why don't do you have anything you want to say? Robin says no, but then proceeds to turn to Ashley, who's sitting next to her, and talk about Candace, who's sitting across from her. Candace, what's her name? Candace is like, if you're gonna talk like about me, like why you sitting in front of me, like address me in the correct way or whatever. Robin continues to go on and on and on and on and talking about how she can't be friends with somebody that went online. And she makes this statement by saying that one thing that no one should do is go online and use social media to weaponize any friendship or weaponize anything like that. Candace says the line is always moving. And Robin, and I'm sorry, she said basically it's not fair because her relationship, her marriage was weaponized as well. So I'll stop there because this is where Robin goes away, and I'll go to you first, Denny, on your thoughts on this whole exchange.
So Ashley and her forehead always know what to do to get it started. She knows who to go to get reactions from. She knows that Candace is sensitive right now, and Candace really can't stand her. So she knows Candace, is going to respond somewhat and give her a moment. And really, to be quite honest, and I know we pretty much most feel this way, the shit stirring is the only reason why Ashley is still on the show. Other than that, she really serves no purpose. We don't want to see anything about Michael. I don't want to see her kids fall off that countertop that she let them. And I don't want to see her non-fat. As far as Robin, she pissed me off. She pissed me off when she made that comment about, social media shouldn't be used to weaponize people's families. Nothing. Girl, you and Giselle got a podcast called Reasonably Shady, or y'all shade people all the time. And, podcasting is a form of social media, whether they, like it or not. And so Candace was right. The goalpost is always moving. It's okay when they do it, but when it's done to them, it's completely different. Now, what I will say is Candace ain't totally innocent in this. I do kind of feel like you got to stand in it. You did attack your friend online, and then want to go to her in private and check on her and apologize. So I don't side with Robin, but I understand how she feels towards Candace in that. But I also think that Candace ain't said nothing worse than anybody else around her has said, even her close friends. So she's holding Candace to a different standard, in my opinion. That's all.
Jazz, in your square, what is you
Oh
about
my gosh. This is my square. Oh gosh, what do I have to say? I can't stand a weird ass bitch moving the goal. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Excuse me, I'm just playing. Please don't take it away. What I can't stand is for people to constantly be victims after they blur the line of boundaries all the time, right? So they blur the line of boundaries all the time, but then as soon as someone meets them at that boundary, they want to be a victim, and I can't take that. I believe that I understand what Danny's saying about, like, I do wish that Candace would stand in like the online or the interview. You know what I'm saying? I wish she would stand in that. But what I really can't stand is for every time that somebody does something to Giselle or Robin, that they totally negate everything that they've done to everybody else all these seasons beforehand. It just makes me feel like, like Candace is right in that regard. It's like they're always changing the rules. I mean, you can't have separate rules for one group of people and have separate rules for the other. And it's clear that they have they constantly saying that they're not going to beat this colorist allegations and accusations and things like that. Because Mia comes in, she's talking about people's moms, she's talking about, people being broke, she's talking about everything else, and then they're like, okay, let's forget about it. But let's not like interact with Candace. Let's not do this with Wendy. Like, this anger that they still have for Wendy checking them about whiskey breath and Jamal being on the phone and not being in her home, being in someone else's home. The madness is weird, and I can't. I just don't. Robin, she's always wanting to make it seem like she's above these things. What I thought was funny was that when she called Ron, he said, "Please be the bigger person for once." And that's your husband. At the end of the day, if he told you to be the bigger person for once, I'm telling you, my boyfriend right now would tell me the same thing. Be the bigger person for once. Ain't. And you're gonna have to stand in it. No, ain't. Don't hang up. Because in any other time he cussing you out, he telling you some advice. Now you want to hang up because you don't want to listen to it. But all of them are wrong. Robin trying to hide her stuff all last season, and then want to go on this thing with Giselle about Chris. Her not acknowledging that is the same as the Candace not acknowledging what she's done on the internet with her for the past year. So I don't care. Robin, fix your leave out. Nigga, you look like Dora the Explorer. Foundation doesn't match. Giselle, who you think you are? Your neck is tight. Your ankles are tighter. I'm so sick of it. Boom.
Well, I think Giselle's problem is her neck ain't tight enough. But
I would say,
nice Jasmine, it was so nice to you say my boyfriend says. So that's all.
I
I want to say real quick. So when it comes to the podcast thing, I don't think it's just about the podcast, but like when that whole thing came out a couple of months ago about the possible mistress to Chris, they were the first ones to comment on it and on their podcast behind the paywall and stuff like that. I mean, so it's just like, don't try to have a moral compass now. And it's crazy. Like she makes a statement, Robin, talking about we should not, like, stop it. We've seen this they tried to do it to Heavenly over there on Married to Medicine. I mean, they probably try to do it to Candy soon too, because Speak On it been going on for a while. I mean, yes, these are actual platforms and stuff like that, but I don't see anything wrong with you saying what you had to say, especially if you feel like you want to say something. I mean, I think the behind all of this is that, Candace is like really upset that Robin kind of sat behind her friend do all these things. Honestly, Robin feels like she helped her last year. I honestly, as I look back, I would say she did, because she could have done a lot more.
I felt like she stood by her during the season somewhat about it. However, at the reunion, Robin sang a whole different tune and kind of started defending Giselle, saying you got to understand where Giselle is coming from with this. So she kind of flip-flopped on it. During the season, she told Candace she was on her side, she supported her, she don't believe it, but she kind of only said it to Giselle very softly one time, and as Giselle kept on, you're right, he never really held her accountable.
I will say this too, Jazz, to your comment about Juan. What I've learned, and this is like, I think I've come to the full conclusion that Robin is a very childish person. I don't think she has any type of serious bone in her body as it relates to life. I think everything's kind of a joke. And why I say that is because, one, just like you said, the comment he said, like, be the biggest person for once. Yes, he should be supporting her and things like that. He's not the most nicest to her and stuff like that. But I get the feeling that she is just, because she's so goofy. Robin is a very goofy person naturally. And I don't mind, the goofiness, but it's like her all around. I think when it comes to business, comes to friendship, I think she does not know how to be serious. She's either goofy or she's mad. It's no between.
But he was supporting her in that moment. You can sometimes support somebody by telling them the truth.
Exactly.
And this comment here really says a lot to what Jasmine was speaking to earlier. Like, I know people hate the colorism thing, but it's true. Ashley dogged her life for 3 seasons, and nobody has torn Robin up more than Karen. And she's still friends with Karen. Like, she's still willing to move forward with Karen. So, I mean, what is it about Candace this time?
I mean, and Karen, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jazz. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that they just think that they have such an air about themselves that they can just, like, we're not gonna talk to her, so she's not gonna be on the show. I feel like that's the vibe that Giselle honestly thinks. Her and her ankles are just that top tier. And I just can't take it. I mean, when I first started watching Potomac, I literally could not watch it because of Ashley and the nastiness and the antics that she would throw out. But nobody brings it up no more. And I just don't understand why there's always such a drag with Wendy, or a drag with Candace, or a drag with everybody that they don't like. And then with them, there's nothing. Like, Ashley bringing it up was inappropriate. When someone tells you they don't want to talk about it, just stand on it. Okay, don't talk about it. You weren't there. You're not a part of that conversation. Leave it alone. But nobody says anything about that. They're just talking about Candace crying with a triangle, and then she's screaming at the table. I can't stand when people always want to bring up half the story. You said it, stand on business. Honey, you go to hell, I'm going to be already there now. You're going to meet me there. So that's what it is. They love you.
It's crazy because Ashley actually led with, I know it's not my business, because she knows she led with it because she knows historically she's always in somebody else's business. What I will point out too that I did like is when Karen spoke on how we're not going to, invalidate Candace's tears because she's crying and Mia tried to defend her. One thing Karen said, which I think was key, was like, well, Robin said that she doesn't care and she's okay. So why are we constantly feeling bad for somebody that keeps saying, I'm okay, I don't care what he does, it didn't happen? Like, what is she really crying about? Right. I mean, if you don't care, I mean, I know we all say we don't care, we don't bother, but I'm just saying, she said it so many times. Episode 1, it's been 8 episodes. She's constantly saying, I don't care. He said he don't care, they don't care. And just like Wendy said, baby, give me some more scallops. I don't give a damn. The night. And that was You said what?
No, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I would say I was a Wendy when she was like, I don't care. I don't care. Give me some more scallops. I'm hollering because she actually ate Candace's scallops.
Yeah, so like
Candace scallops.
I was mad. I just when it comes to Mia even saying, well, we're just being bad friends or itty friends or whatever she said, it just constantly just goes to how it's fake and how one-sided they are. Because at the end of the day, you talking about my husband, you insinuating he's a predator, you insinuating that he lured you into a room. That is also being a bad friend. And then nobody come up to stand up for Candace besides Wendy. So just all the side and all of the hypocrisy of it all, I just can't deal with it.
So. And then do Mia feel they a bad friend to her? Because ain't nobody supporting her through all
Mia
this
don't
stuff.
Care, Mia just, baby, she
want to get in where she fit in. The real reason she lost weight is because she ain't had no money.
La Cienega always dragging herself all the way through
with her size 17.
With her size 28 shoe, dragging herself into somebody. She chasing after her. Oh, every time there's a sidebar with Robin, and Robin can say, I don't want to be bothered. She's going to sit on the side waiting for her to open the door. She is so thirsty, honey. Literally. Oh.
Quick mention to James Potts, the third super chat. Thank you for the super chat, James. And it says, I need Candace to be in a full villain role and just troll these heifers. Kenya Moore hair care. That sounds great, but I don't want that for her because they're gonna get her off this. They're gonna really try to get her off.
But the thing is, I feel like, and people always laugh when I say this, but Jasmine is actually, Candace is actually a very forgiving person.
Very forgiving.
And I think that is actually her downfall.
Yes.
With this group, because she allows them to keep stabbing her in the back. If she gave Robin and Giselle the same, if she treated them the way they treat her, they wouldn't know what to do. They love getting these reactions out of her, and she's giving it to them.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Danny, you said right. Jasmine is way too much of a forgiving person, and I am in my video just like they ex Candace.
We won't go there, but I'm just got to my page, right?
Except
how do you get Jasmine?
Except for them a couple of people I have blocked. But at the end of the day, I'm very forgiving. I love you, Candace.
TKC is in here trolling, talking about some Happy New Year, Team NECA. He want to be with anybody that's he didn't got rid of Rob, and then he got a child. You
got rid of Robin?
Well, that's why he can cheer for NECA. He
was done with Robin a couple of episodes ago. He said she was weak and basically because she cried, she showed her
no more.
Oh, I did not know that, honey.
Yeah, but
do y'all think
TKC only he gonna have to find a new housewife next year because ain't no reason to bring neck back.
Honey, besides the fact that her foundation don't match her neck. So let's talk about it.
Quick thing, I know y'all see Sasuke and Sammy and Antonio. So y'all hit like on this video, but make sure y'all hit like on this video. I don't know how many is on there right now. I don't even want to see it. But right now, if you're watching, hit that like button, hit the thumbs up, and give us your likes. We're already in the algorithm. Let's be very clear. However, we want to stay there.
Let's be clear.
When you type the link in, we come up, and it's a lot of leans, all type of leans and stuff going on. But we come up, so help keep us there, help support us. It's free. Hit the like button. That's all we ask. Okay.
Tracy, can I address Tracy's comment real quick?
Go ahead.
Tracy, please. That's all.
that's a comment.
Because they wave knives at her too. They might not be
please. That knife thing was so long.
Oh, I didn't even read the last part about the knife.
That was you in my house, and I told you to get out. You better be hoping that a knife is the only thing I throw at you, because I would throw my foot up your derriere. See, derriere.
So we already kind of talked about the thing with Robin leaves. Robin she just basically Karen makes her statement about valuing Robin's tears over Candace. Mia supports her. Mia and Ashley go. Ashley wanted to leave the moment Robin left, but I think she was trying not to make it seem so obvious. But baby, she got on up in her boots and went on over there, and so they're all talking to her. And this is where Giselle tells Robin that she should not engage with her. And I'm like, don't you realize that Ashley is the person that actually initiated this conversation? Nobody. This probably wouldn't even come up. They probably had a nice dinner. I mean, if the episode would have still been probably even more boring, but they wouldn't have been arguing again. And Robin would be at the table by herself, and she want to hug up on one. Period. Like none of this. It was a domino effect. It started with Ashley, and here we are. So that's why Ashley watered over there. She's I'm sorry because she knows that she created some mess. But afterwards, they all leave and go back to the table, and Robin just feels like I'm sorry. They all give Karen like a hug and they want to kiss her. Candace says that Karen's going to get every STD in the world. She mentions several over there, and they get on the bus. Candace does not want to sit next to Ashley. Ashley is still trying to sit next to her or be next to her, which lets you know that Ashley loves to do that with her. But in this moment, Candace is like, I'm not having it. And so, any final thoughts on the dinner? Robin leaving, Juan, Giselle's tipping over. Giselle cannot walk in heels. Let's start there. She cannot.
Stop that she can't walk.
She cannot. Every time she's in heels, she's always like, it's like she's like doing it like a praying mantis.
You ever walked on a waterbed?
Yeah, is that Giselle? Not Giselle. It's a waterbed.
Oh my God, I am insane. I'm so sorry, you guys.
I'm weak. But yeah, any final thoughts on this scene? Because the last part wasn't really nothing going on there.
Yeah, I have a thought on it. I'm just glad it happened because it's one step closer to them leaving Austin.
Hello, get that skirt out of there, that Selena skirt out of there. I'm just tired. I'm so tired. I'm so tired.
I'm tired too, girl. I'm tired too. So they get to the drag bar, and the producers ask them all their drag names. We got Petty LaBelle, Messy Mo Fun, Green Eyed Gobbler. That is not cute, Robin. Dr. Lady Bonquiqui Summers. Madison, Champagne, Vivacious, and
no,
Ginger.
She said Madison, Champagne. Wait. She said, because I didn't know Girl had a list, and I can't stand people. I mean, sorry. But I just was that not NECA's name?
Was it
Bonquiqui?
Champagne.
No, it was Champagne, Vivacious.
Yeah, she said Champagne. Go back and watch it. I watched it. I went back and rewind it 3 times to make sure.
I will not be going back to watch that boring episode again. I just can't. That was 2. But I believe you.
Champagne.
So they go on stage. They pull some of the girls up. Ashley, Karen, Wendy, Mia, and NECA go on stage. They take a shot, and they put like a little walk off, twerk off, or whatever. These women, I don't expect them to be up here like somebody I'm loving hip hop. I expect them to do what they did. So they all sashay. Karen's on her knees. Wendy sashaying, but when Wendy sashays, NECA, which we saw already because this leaked back in the summer, I believe, whenever it happened, she gives a thumbs down, and she does it multiple times. I'm just like, girl, like why are you the producers or whoever make you look like such a hater? Like, I get you beefing with somebody, but y'all ain't really interact with each other in like 4 or 5 episodes now. So it's just like, why are you doing? I mean, I get it, but it wasn't cute.
Yeah,
it wasn't anything to be like, as Asia would say, it wasn't a bar. Yeah. But nonetheless, they all do it, and they end up giving Karen the crown. It's her birthday. But if she didn't get it, who do y'all think? Yeah, who would you have given it to?
For the drag names?
No, the little sachet dance off on stage.
Oh.
I mean, Wendy was my favorite person up there.
I would have gave it to Mia.
Mia or Wendy?
Wendy, listen. I like Wendy, but that whole thing at the end and the switch. She was like,
but I would say Giselle
had for me. And nothing moved but her bob, and that's just
Giselle had my favorite drag name. Ginger Pop was cute.
Ginger Pop?
I thought that was cute. It's the only cute thing about her in 18 seasons.
She was a ginger. I would have called. What would but when Mia won for me, Wendy was cute. Nika looks like let me get off.
A neck.
She was so okay. Let me say this: they all had a little sense of stiffness, but I could deal with some. I could deal with Wendy. I could deal with Mia. I could deal with even Karen and Ashley little TikTok moves. But NECA, for her to be, she is so stiff. I mean, and it didn't help that she had that little dress thing on. It just, I was like, girl, I would have rather seen Giselle up there. Or Candace.
I mean,
I don't know.
I no. I mean, to me, Mia did the best because she used to be a stripper. Mia's Cabaret.
Good point.
That's true.
But outside of that, like if outside, I think that Karen did good for 60. Everybody was still, but Nick head,
Nick was dancing like she had a
shoulder.
neck.
She looked like she was dancing on stilts. Honestly,
I don't know. Like she about to fall over. Actually, I think
it looked like
she
right.
fall over. I think she's
That
about
was
to.
Mia a little bit. No, that was Mia a little
That was
bit.
Mia. Okay, well, somebody almost
Like,
fell over.
what would you guys' drag names be?
My drag name. It would be.
After the show, that should have been the first thing.
I'm gonna have it for you when we get these callers on. I'm gonna have it for you. I promise.
Okay.
I thought about this last time.
Danny, I know you got a drag name stashed in there.
Come on.
Mine would be first name Anita, last name Drink. Anita Drink.
Anita Drink.
I need a drink. That's cool.
Anita Drink.
Um,
What would yours be, Jazz? It's like you thought about it.
I did think about it, but I forgot it because I had been drinking a little bit. But I think
you need a drink too.
I think it would be like chocolate, something chocolate. But
you know what? Actually, I do have a drag name. I have a name that I always use for that. Actually,
what?
So it's actually I always say KKR, but it's a little hood and a little classy at the same time. But it's Corlanda Kardashian Rose. That would be my drag name.
Yeah, Corlanda. Mine would be Reese's Pieces.
I'm going to call you KK.
It's KKR. KKR. That's actually what I don't know how I forgot about that. I've been using that for like years. But yeah.
I don't know. Chocolate
Thunderpuss.
Chocolate Thunderpuss. Chocolate wet puss. Something. Sorry.
That is not. See, it started out hood, then it went to Kardashian, then Rose. So it's like
okay.
So it's like Corlanda,
California, Memphis to.
It's Memphis to LA to where Amber Rose from? Where's she from?
Wisconsin.
Hell.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'm just kidding.
I'm bi-coastal.
Okay, so chocolate wet puss. So.
Look at Chase said mine is Chesteria Love Bonet Dupree. Why you want to be a Dupree? Everybody want to be a Dupree.
Baby, that's the icon.
Oh wait a minute. Okay, I forgot. Okay, never mind.
Duprees are iconic. They are.
Wet puss Del Rio.
Okay, come on, Bianca's daughter.
I am Bianca's daughter.
Wet puss Del Rio.
Yes, I love Bianca. You guys.
Bianca is the shade of sex.
Or exchange.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Hold on. Let me get this person on. He's up already. Anyway, make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Not a shade room living it. If you're watching, let us know what your drag name would actually be. I know y'all love mine, but we want to hear what y'all say.
My coochie good, so chocolate coochie good, so it don't matter.
I'm weak. All right, our first call is going to be Michelle. Hey, Michelle, how are you?
Hey guys, can y'all hear me?
We can hear you just fine. How are you? And tell me, what would your drag name first before you start speaking?
I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe Hershey Kiss.
Okay.
Trying to take my little chocolate thing, girl. Come on.
No. All right. So the first thing I wanted to say was just this whole trip just reminded me about how they will never compare to like the prime Atlanta days, because that trip with Claudia Jordan and Demetria and they make it in your size when you got the coin. It's like nobody knows how to give moments. Like when Wendy was talking about Mia's butt, it was like they could have gave something, but they didn't want to give anything because everybody is dry and nobody really has the type of personality that would work in that way. But I also want to talk about how production hates Candace and Wendy because they keep bringing up this House of Aaron clip. And I'm just like, are they going to show this clip like 5 times? Like, how many times are they going to show her saying fraud? Like, that's all they have. But they're not showing the fact that Giselle lied on Chris multiple times. The fact that Mia assaulted Wendy. They're not showing Robin recording Wendy and antagonizing her. They're not showing the fact that she lied. So they only want to show Candace in the negative light, but they don't want to bring up any more receipts for any of the other ladies who have done equally as nasty things to each other as Candace has done. So it's just like it's a production issue on that end, and also what was it?
Hello.
What happened?
I said hello like that. I need to. Hello,
Did it
sister.
take her out? Michelle? I think we
Production
lost
got you.
Hershey Kiss.
Hershey Kiss. I'm just saying.
Production from Potomac stepped in, baby.
Okay, honey. Well, honey.
Leave and come back.
Yeah, if you can leave and come back, Michelle, we can let you back in because we can't hear you. There's nothing coming out of here. So I'm gonna take
My bad. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, good.
What? Did you
Y'all
took
hear
a
me
phone
now?
call?
Yes.
No. What I was saying. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. That was my
You're fine.
mistake. What I was gonna say was Ashley was trying to have a moment with Candace, and I just wish that Candace just would not take the bait because it was so obvious and she was almost there. But she just had to get emotional about it. And it's just like Candace. Take it from Kenya's book and just don't give them a moment. Ashley, she could have been like, "Oh, you're dismissing me," but it's like, okay, Giselle dismisses everybody. She dismisses Wendy. She dismisses everybody else on the show. So when Candace dismisses them, now it's a problem. That's what the goalpost moving thing is all about. Is how does this rule apply to her, but it doesn't apply to everybody else? It's not fair and it doesn't make sense. And they just need to revamp the whole thing. I know that Carlos King said that they're never going to get rid of Giselle, but I feel like if they got rid of Nene, if they got rid of Lisa Rinna, they can get rid of Giselle, and that would make everything so much better because chasing after Robin, who claims she's not a victim but is still playing victim, is just unproductive and it's not making for an entertaining show. And that's all I have for y'all.
Bye, Hershey. Well, thank you, Hershey
I
Kiss.
really agree. And
Bye.
Bye.
I do want to say that they didn't get rid of Nene. Nene got rid of herself. That's my girl.
Clock it. No. I think that Giselle can go, just like.
Yeah, I do too. She just don't. I mean, she hasn't brought nothing this season. I mean, she's brought less than neck.
Mm-hmm.
Not the neck.
I just really can't stand Nick.
And the two necks can go. Giselle,
both necks and the ankles and the water pills.
And the forehead too.
I can't remember what was on the thing for the next episode. Was it? I can't remember. It was like, wasn't Mia like going off on something or something like that? It was.
I don't remember. I turned it off as soon as the thing went off. I wasn't interested.
Oh, I didn't understand where they was for her to be triggered. She said that.
Yeah. Oh, it was. Yeah, it was. She walked out or something like they were they was in.
And she went to the bathroom and Robin chased behind her, even though she chased behind Robin.
Now they chasing behind people now, because Robin can't even run.
And Ashley didn't care. Ashley went behind her to be nosy, to use the tea against her.
Right.
Okay.
But I could not see where they were at. They looked like they were like at like a dinner, like at a restaurant, but it wasn't like a restaurant. Maybe they was doing something there or something. I don't know.
I really want this season to like pick up, but I fear that we may not be getting much more from this season because I don't know. Like some seasons are slow, but this whole beginning of the first season has been kind of a drag. Like it has some moments, but I don't know. It's just
I don't even want to see Nneka sit down with Wendy. Like I'm not even interested in that.
Oh, that is this next week too, right?
Yeah, I'm not even interested.
I'm not interested no more because she could have did that first with her and her bad weave and her mismatched foundation. She needs 2440. That's
on
what she
camera needs. To everybody but Wendy. I want to sit down and have a talk with her. You say it to everybody but Wendy.
Right. Which further gets me so irritated and tight with Ashley because she's talking about you can say everything online. You say things in people's face. No, you don't. She does everything but say things in people's face. She says it right after she's already been said and she's been caught. But she started that rumor. She started the rumor with her and Nneka and Wendy. And then got mad when Wendy addressed it as if it was something that shouldn't have been addressed. Like, I'm so sick of these light-skinned heifers I am so sick of
I don't know what Ashley is thinking she's saying to the group though, because what is everything she says to the group would be lies. Like, I mean, she said to the group
right.
that this girl said she thought she had a shrine and put a curse on it, but it was false. So
Correct.
what are you saying? I don't know. I don't think Candace took the bait and it's that whole argument. To be honest, I don't think she did. I think she did the best she could because I mean, Ashley clearly you see her get mad that she's not getting a response. Somehow she's being dismissed. She was
Yeah.
not being dismissed.
Yeah.
She chose not to answer your question, which is the right that she has when you're asking somebody a question.
Right.
It's
And
not.
the thing, Ashley don't go online because anytime Ashley steps on Twitter, she gets tore up.
Right.
That's the real reason she stay offline.
They said to her, she's too young for her butt to be hanging at the bottom of that one piece the way it was. So I wouldn't have came online after last night's episode either. She looked like a cactus. She looked dusty. She looked like she stank a little bit. Now I know I'm sounding a little bit like, some people that don't have evolved reads, but I'm just saying, I mean, she just looks dusty. And for her to have, evolved and have money and it's all these different circumstances, she just isn't that girl for me. I just think that she gets away with everything because please come at me because she's light skinned. She's not, I mean, that's it.
And I do, I know we're almost done, but I do just want to say that what Antonio said really just gets to me every time, and it's so true. Production really allows these women, and it's really just these women the most, allow them to decide who they are and not going to talk to. Like every other franchise, you see them making attempts, even though they don't like the people. But here, they allow these two to decide, I'm not messing with them, and that's that.
Right. And it's always literally Giselle doing that. As if she has not
Robin
done things. And Robin follow, as if she hasn't done things to warrant these types of reaction from these people when it comes to Wendy. Yeah, she blew up on her. She said she got the bazooka because if you're her friend and you're so worried about her, why are you asking everybody else about the Eddie stuff instead of Wendy?
To be honest, it should be Wendy not talking to Robert no more after she had to suffer through seeing that coochie get patted online in front of her face inside wherever they were.
With her whiskey breath. They are so unhinged. I do not understand. I just do not.
Wendy should be holding a grudge for that because that would traumatize me.
Right. And then, honestly, even after Ultimate Girls Trip, Candace should still be holding a grudge towards Giselle. She called her a thief, pretty much, for $100 bottle of whatever
that a white woman stole.
That a white woman stole and gave to her. And you have accused my husband, like I said, of being a creep, was basically going. He was ready for it. He was going to go. And it's just not the fact that they do not understand that, or they feel like they're above like that type of consequence or response just leads me to believe that they have some type of, that they think that they have that type of like pull within this production, because that's what they do. They keep going back to Candace talking like that on live, but they're not pulling out the reasonably shady stuff at all. So
Sammy says we can say coochie, but not NECA.
You can say coochie, but not NECA.
Sammy says we can say coochie, but not NECA.
Well, hey, it was just how you say it. That's how I'm gonna say it. That's an ism. I'm not doing it. So I mean, I can't do it. Not another ism. I'm done with isms. Okay.
All right, y'all. Well, listen, we went over a little more because I mean this is a short show, but I mean honestly, like there's nothing really to talk about in this episode. I'm just being honest. Unless y'all got something y'all want to talk about,
maybe
we're gonna go ahead and get ready and lean out. We don't get short days often, so we're gonna take this day. And go with it. Like I said, make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We're gonna be here every Monday for the rest of the season. I do have some tea, but I hate to be this kind of person, but I can't say it right now. It's about the reunion, and we'll just
how you say don't tell me something unless you can't tell me what.
I know.
Don't bring it up, NECA. Text me though. Text me. I know you.
But y'all do know when I can reveal it, I always come straight to this channel. I let y'all know. Y'all know. For those that they've been rolling with this, y'all know, and it's always been factual. So
we're gonna have a luncheon link.
Right. Not luncheon link. Like and subscribe. Don't forget that tomorrow is Married to Medicine. They're back. Wednesdays is Beverly Hills. Thursdays Married to Medicine, and today was the first episode of the Bell Collective reunion part 1. Asia, Chase, and Sammy were there. Apparently, there's 3 parts for Bell Collective, so make sure y'all check them out.
I'm watching Bell Collective, you guys. I know you guys are so eager to hear my commentary.
You on there?
I'm watching it. Yes, I'm going to jump on the reunion. So.
Okay, well, shoot. All right.
I'm just kidding.
Come on in the room.
Yeah, all of our shows are back. We're back full schedule, same schedule. There will be some changes in a few weeks, but as of right now, Salt Lake City tomorrow at 9:20, which follows Married to Medicine. Salt Lake City was good last week. Yeah, I mean, of course, y'all know it was good.
Medicine review might only be 20 minutes based on last night's episode, but hey,
what you mean?
It was not a good episode.
I'm gonna watch it tonight, honey. We'll pull it. I do want to tell you guys one thing.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be some bullshit. I'm sorry.
I'm about to press end straight. No.
What is it, Jazz? What you got to tell
I'm
the
just
people?
kidding, you guys. Thank you guys for leaning in. I'm in my villain era. Happy Monday.
All right, y'all. For real, like, subscribe. We'll see you guys next time, and we'll see y'all next time. Thank y'all for watching. Okay, y'all have a good night.
Good night.